If you join a Scrum team and still wait for someone to hand you your tasks, you will feel invisible within 2 weeks. Because here is the question: what exactly are you supposed to do on a Scrum team? Not in theory, but in practice. Think about it. What changes about how you work on Monday morning? The answer is simpler than you'd think, but it requires one shift that trips up almost every professional who comes from a traditional work environment. You stop waiting for assignments and you start pulling work. Now, in most traditional teams, work flows downward. Your manager decides what needs to happen, then they assign tasks to specific people. You do the work, you report back, the manager tracks progress. But in Scrum, the flow is different. The product owner says, these are the priorities. The team looks what needs to get done, and each person pulls the work they can take on. Nobody assigns you a task. You choose it. Now, if that might sound risky, let me explain. Pulling work happens inside sprint planning meeting with the whole team present. The product owner has already set the direction. You discussed who is taking what. It is visible, collaborative, and agreed upon before anyone starts working. You are choosing how to contribute within a clear direction, not deciding strategy on your own. So in marketing, sprint planning ends, the team committed to the campaign brief, 2 social posts, and Q3 analytics summary. You know the data, and you say, I will take analytics summary. Everyone hears it. The board reflects it. In HR, the team committed to screening candidates for 3 roles, scheduling panel interviews, and drafting the updated offer letter template. You revised the last one, you know what needs to change, you pull it. In operations, the sprint includes updating the vendor onboarding checklist, running the compliance audit, and documenting the new approval workflow. You build the last checklist, you pull it. That is the shift. From what did my boss assign me to what can I own this sprint? Scrum does not turn you into a task receiver. It turns you in a co-owner of delivery. Work does not stall waiting for a manager to distribute it. Problems surface faster because the person closest to the work chooses to be there. Now, pulling work is only one part. Here is the full picture of what your team expects from you in a sprint. First, you commit honestly. In sprint planning, the team decides how much work they can finish. Okay? So your job is to be honest about what you can deliver, right? Overcommitting and under-delivering damages trust faster than anything else in Scrum. So you can say something like this. I want to make sure we can actually finish this. Can we look at what each of us has on our plate before we commit? This is not a pushback. This is protecting the team's credibility. Second, you speak up when you are stuck. Okay? So in traditional work, being stuck feels like a person's failure. But in Scrum, being stuck is information the team needs. When you hit a blocker, missing approval, a delayed asset, question nobody can answer, you flag it in the daily Scrum meeting out loud. And if your work environment discourages that kind of transparency, that is not a personal weakness, that is an organizational readiness gap. Scrum cannot function without it. Without that transparency, sprints quietly fail. When you say, I'm blocked, the Scrum Master's job is to help remove that obstacle. Staying silent does not make you look competent. It slows down the whole team and puts the sprint at risk. And number 3, You deliver what you promised. When the sprint ends, the team shows completed work, not drafts, not almost done, completed. But here is the reality. Sometimes you will not finish. And what separates a strong team member from a struggling one is not perfection. It is early communication. If you realize mid-sprint that a task is bigger than you estimated, say this in daily Scrum. I underestimate this task. I need help, or we will need to adjust scope. That one sentence protects the sprint. Silence until the last day does not. And number 4, you update your progress daily. Not in your long email, in 15 seconds during daily Scrum meeting. What you did, what you are going to do next. What is in the way. We will cover exactly how to do that later in the course, including a word-for-word script you can use in tomorrow's meeting. Okay? So these 4 behaviors, commit honestly, speak up when stuck, deliver or communicate early, update daily, are the entire job description of a Scrum team member. No certifications needed, no special vocabulary. Now, here is your action. Download the Role Clarity Card. It has 3 sections: Product Owner, Scrum Master, Team Member. Just so you know, in official Scrum language, this third role is called Developer. That does not mean someone who writes code. It means anyone on the team who contributes to delivering the work. Fit it in with the real people from your team. And here is what to watch for. If you cannot clearly fill this out in 5 minutes, your team has structural ambiguity. If nobody clearly owns the product owner role, your priorities are unstable and every sprint will feel chaotic. If nobody is playing Scrum Master, blockers linger and small problems quietly become big ones. This is not just a card, this is a diagnostic. Complete it before your next meeting. If you do only one thing differently after this lecture, do this. Look at the sprint board tomorrow and choose one thing you will own. Do not wait to be assigned to you. Pull it. That one decision changes how the team sees you. Next, we get into meetings themselves. Module 3 covers the 5 Scrum events or meetings, what happens in each one, and exactly what to say when it's your turn to talk.